Welcome to Previously On, a podcast series created to help you through some of the most complex yet brilliant television ever made. Game of Thrones Season 7, Episode 7, The Dragon and the Wolf. At King's Landing, the forces of Daenerys and Cersei face each other uneasily as the two queens prepare to meet. In the Dragon Pit, the ancient home of the Targaryen dragons, we're treated to the largest gathering of main characters ever. Everyone is prepared for betrayal. Everyone's got an itchy trigger finger. The White captured in last episode's suicidal mission is unboxed in front of everyone. It sprints towards Cersei, its chain stopping it inches from her face. The Hound chops the dead man in half, and Jon Snow demonstrates how only fire and dragonglass can destroy them. Euron Greyjoy abandons Cersei, saying he's taken the Iron Fleet home so that they can survive the coming war with the dead. Cersei accepts the truce offered by Daenerys, at least until the dead are defeated, but she wants Jon Snow to swear never to fight House Lannister again. Jon says he's unable to promise this as he's already pledged his support to Daenerys. Cersei withdraws her offer and storms out. Tyrion speaks to his sister in private. She wants to take his head off but talks long enough for Tyrion to realise that Cersei's pregnant. He uses this to bring Cersei back to the Dragon Pit. To fight for her unborn child, she agrees to send all the Lannister forces north. In Winterfell, Sansa receives word from Jon Snow that he has bent the knee to Daenerys. Littlefinger uses this to turn Sansa against Jon and Arya. Theon goes to Jon for absolution. Jon can't forgive all of Theon's betrayals, but he forgives him enough to tell Theon he's both a Greyjoy and a Stark in his heart. Theon remembers how Yara tried to save him from captivity, and Jon suggests he should be helping her. She was captured by Euron a while back. Theon manages to prove himself a leader to his Iron Men and sets off to do just that. In the Great Hall of Winterfell, Arya is brought before Sansa and all her lords. Sansa announces accusations of murder and treason, but suddenly turns towards Littlefinger and asks how he answers the charges. A shocked Littlefinger doesn't understand what's happening. Sansa explains that he taught her too well. She knows he was trying to turn her against her family. Bran, with his three-eyed raven powers, reveals he saw Littlefinger betraying their father. Littlefinger begs for help, but the only mercy is shown is when Arya swiftly cuts his throat. See ya, fella. Jaime Lannister organises the troops for their march north. Cersei calls him an idiot and says she never intends to help Daenerys. Euron didn't abandon her after all. He secretly sailed to Essos to bring her sellswords, who are armies for hire. Jaime tells her he promised his support to fight the Whites and heads north to help despite Cersei's death threats. Just then, snow begins to fall on King's Landing. Sam Tarly arrives at Winterfell for a reunion with Bran. They last saw each other in Season 3, and together they work out that Jon Snow isn't just the son of Rhaegar Targaryen and Lyanna Stark, he's their legitimate son and therefore the true heir to the Iron Throne. Jon Snow and Daenerys sail to the north, consummating their romantic relationship in a way only an unknowing aunt and nephew can. At Eastwatch, a castle of the Wall, the army of the dead emerge from the forest. They're unable to pass until the Night King arrives on an undead Viserion. The ice dragon blasts the wall with blue fire and brings it tumbling down. The dead march south over its ruins. The wall has fallen, and ladies and gentlemen, winter is here. Thanks for listening. Hope it's been helpful. Listen, if you've enjoyed this, I would love it if you subscribed. We've got loads more shows where this came from, and we'd love you to join us for them. If you know someone who needs to get up to speed with Thrones, just send them our way. A 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts from would also be absolutely fantastic. If you've got any feedback, have I pronounced a name wrong? I hope I haven't. Or ideas for a show that we should be covering? We'll almost certainly be doing the big ones, but you never know. There may be others that we've missed. Let us know. I'd love to hear from you over on Twitter. You can find us at Previous Podcast, or just email us hello@previouslyon.co.uk. Previously On is presented by Jamie East and is a Daft Doris production.